Okay, I'm home, hooray! So, what on earth has been going on in the last 7 weeks? Well, let me tell you, because it's just been mad, absolutely mad. So, on the 29th of January, I was admitted into hospital. Before that, I hadn't been able to keep any food or water down for, was it 7 weeks? 7 weeks. So I was enormously dehydrated and malnourished. I was admitted and they put in an NG feeding tube, so I've been fed through my nose. 2 weeks in, I got awful pneumonia, which ended up with me having intensive care. But they had to bring it up to me on the ward that I was on, so I had all this equipment around me. I was very, very, very poorly. At one point they were talking about intubating me, and it was very nearly critical, and I'm still quite traumatised from that, but we'll deal with that in another video because I can't even deal with it when I'm not filming, so we'll just leave it there for now. After that, I had some tests done, and they agreed to do me a stomach peg. So I now have a stomach peg that I will receive my nutrition through, and I can push water through to hydrate myself. I was very poorly after the surgery, and they actually thought that I had sepsis. I was that poorly, and I got double pneumonia again. So they picked it up much earlier this time and gave me very, 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 very strong antibiotics. Because I was put on, one of the issues when I was having the intensive care was that my blood pressure kept dropping. So my top number, my blood pressure, would be in the 50s or in the 60s. So what they did, because I was on a potassium drip, they wanted to get me off. They gave me a little steroid tablet that keeps my blood pressure high. So the second pneumonia wasn't as critical as the first, because I'd already been on this steroid to stabilise my blood pressure, which I'm going to take, which I still take now. So, but they did think I had sepsis, and they knew that I had pneumonia, and I was very, very poorly. I couldn't communicate, couldn't engage, and that was very scary. I still have the pneumonia, however, I am obviously much better, and I've been, by the time I got the second lot of pneumonia, I'd been fed for like 5 weeks, 6 weeks, no, 5 weeks. So my body was much fitter and stronger than the first time. Within all of that, I was allowed out on day release before I got the pneumonia, the first one, because my lovely Toby cat has been put to sleep. And he had cancer. He came into my life the week that I became disabled. So that was very tough. I also lost a member of my family who I loved very, very dearly, and I couldn't go to their funeral. And I don't even have words. Sorry. So yeah, it's been enough. And then, God, between the first pneumonia and the second, I found out that a wonderful, wonderful woman that I know, who isn't much older than me, had passed away because of pneumonia. She had lung cancer, and she owned the chocolate shop in the town that I live in. And if she saw my neighbours go by, or members of my family, she would give them a cup of hot chocolate to bring to me, because she knew that I was so often housebound. So it's been a very, very tough 7 weeks. But I'm home now. And I think I've got to really start all those different grieving processes, because at the moment they're all just mashed up into one thing. There are other videos that I've not yet edited and put together, but I will, from being in hospital and everything. But really, I just wanted to let you guys know in a single video what's been going on in the last sort of 6.5, 7 weeks. I am still going though, and I'm still fighting, you know, and I told oh my goodness, I must have told over 50 people about EDS in detail, and I said to every one of them, I want to tell you this because I want the next person that you meet with EDS, you can say, I know all about that. I've met a woman with it, you know, and I know what your struggle is, and I know how your pain is. The feeding has made an enormous difference, but I am on a huge emotional roller coaster at the moment. I really am. We had to change because we've got a GoFundMe page going to try and get us up to London for my appointments up there. And we have had to change that actually because we've sort of just explained, because Tony and Amelia have obviously been eating at the canteen, and we've had to spend an extraordinary amount on petrol because Tony's been driving. He drives half an hour to the hospital to see me, spent all day with me, would go half an hour home again to pick Amelia up, bring her back again half an hour, and then later on that night take her home. And sometimes he actually did it 6 times a day. So with that and meals and everything else, it's just, you know, it's also, as Tony sort of said, we can't afford any alternative therapies like massage and Epsom salt baths and you know, things like that, sound baths, most relaxing thing I've ever been through. I used to get one once a week and it was amazing. And all of those things really, just to sort of try and support everything. I can't, it makes me so uncomfortable sort of asking for help, you know. But unfortunately, we don't have a choice, but I'm always so grateful. Even if it's £1, I'm so grateful for the people that do. But yeah, we have had to change that because it's been incredibly expensive. Yeah, sorry, I'm so tired. I keep saying it, and like I say, I get, oh my god, all the trauma and the grieving and everything. But concentrating on the good, and you know, still fighting, and you should still be fighting. You should be so proud of yourself if you live with EDS and you're watching this video. I hope you are so proud of yourself. I really do, because you are a remarkable person. You are such a strong person, you know, you are allowed actually, you know, I say strong, but you're also allowed to be weak. You're allowed to be vulnerable. You know, that is all okay too. I'm gonna go because it's almost at 10 minutes. So yeah, things are going to change on the channel. I've got some quite big changes coming up, but they're all good. They're all really positive and they're very exciting. So do watch out for those. God bless to you all. Bye.